So you're hosting a party, and your guests all need Wi-Fi because even though the point of having them over is to socialize, they still can't be separated from TikTok for more than 5 minutes. And before they arrived, you were fiddling with your router settings because you're a cool kid like me, and you saw an option called Enable Guest Network. So what does that setting do? And is it designed for occasions just like this? I think it might be. The main point of a guest network is pretty straightforward. It allows anyone connected to it to access the internet, but prevents them from accessing any other devices on your network. So no need to worry about your guests printing out rude messages, like they usually do. But how exactly does your router keep your guests away from your stuff? Pretty much every router out there uses internal software rules to determine what network traffic can get sent where. A guest network is usually a different subnetwork, sometimes on a different virtual LAN, from what the rest of your devices live on. After your router sets up the subnet, and possibly a VLAN for your guests, it simply enables a rule forbidding traffic from the guest network to your main network. Most consumer-grade routers don't require you to go fiddling around with things like rules and subnets and VLANs on your own. Just click Enable Guest Network and it takes care of all that in the background for you. It's so nice. Typically, once you enable the guest network, your router will start broadcasting another SSID, that name you see in the list of Wi-Fi networks on your computer or phone, that will make it obvious that it's what your guests should be connecting to. But you can always change it to whatever you like. Maybe something a little sassy. Guest networks tend to be very effective at keeping traffic separated, but don't just check that box and assume everything is fine. We'll tell you some important things to be aware of right after we thank MSI for sponsoring this video. MSI's MAG Z790 Tomahawk motherboard balances value with premium hardware. It's built around the latest Intel Z790 chipset, which supports both 12th and 13th gen Intel Core processors. With a 16+1+1 phase mirrored power arrangement, dual 8-pin power connectors, and a server-grade PCB, it easily sustains heavy CPU power loads to support even the most demanding workloads. And with integrated options for multiple cooling methods, it ensures optimal performance when you need it the most. Check it out at the link below. You might assume that it's all right to leave your guest network open so visitors don't have to go through the rigmarole of punching in a password. After all, the traffic going over the guest network can affect your main network, so what's the point? Well, there are a couple of huge points, actually. One is that without a password, any stranger that's close enough to your router, say if the signal extends outside your house, can connect and do God knows what over the internet, which could be traced back to you if it's illegal. But even if that doesn't happen, not having a password could leave your guests open to having some of their internet activity spied upon or their data stolen, as someone nearby could easily see any unencrypted data sent over an open guest network. Don't take these risks. Assign a password, and if you want to make things simple on your guests, you can even generate a QR code with free online tools that you can print out and folks can just scan it to join your password-protected guest network without a bunch of hassle, which will definitely make your party an official cool kid party. The other big thing we want you to know about is a common limitation of the guest network. What if you want a guest to be able to access part of your home network? This can be a real issue if someone just wants to throw a video up on your TV using Chromecast, or if folks are trying to game with each other over Wi-Fi, especially as guest networks usually also prevent guest clients from even seeing each other. In these situations, you'll likely need to do some more advanced configuration if your router allows it, or just give your guest access to your main network. Hopefully, you've made friends you can actually trust. And I knew I could trust you to finish this video. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. Check out our other videos, comment below with video suggestions, and don't forget to subscribe and follow in the guest network below, aka the comment section.